From a humanistic perspective, game mechanics are the embodiment or enforcement of game rules. Similarly, in human society, rules are set up for civilization to follow, so structure, organization, and purpose can be achieved. These rules can be explicit or implicit. Rules are a means of guidance to the human being, and everything we do in our lives are affected or constructed by rules. For human, there are many common values that we hold that would help us understand the mechanical rules of the game, as the game mechanics are influenced by rules of the real world. As rules that are formed project or encourage a type of value in the society, these can also be reflected in games. What you can and cannot do in a game encourages a type of value while you play, and certain players would be attracted towards games which presently support the type of value they seek to express or experience. For example, in games of strategy, there's usually a metagame outside the actual game, and rules would make players lean to want to predict what the opponent might do a few steps ahead. Rhythm games and bullet hells have simple mechanics and encourage players to put most of their concentration into a single match. They are rewarded for putting enough effort into completing a short and complex level. The rules in visual novel style games usually give the players a sense of control or involvement within the narrative. A simple interactive experience at its most basic components that can still be influenced in some way by player attention and choice. In one of the previous videos, we discussed about player agency and how it is essential for a game to function as a game. In this case, mechanics are primarily inlet for the player to express their agency onto the game. Let us think of a painter. They use materials and tools to make a product of art. But how do they do that? For different artworks, they use a variation of tools to paint a piece of value onto a canvas, serving as both a restriction and a boundary for which they can express. They are always keen on the result or the process of the painting. A game is not unsimilar to this, where players are given a limited toolset, known as mechanics, and are allowed to play the game within those restraints in their own chosen playstyles. The game acts as a virtual medium for players to express their agency and gain experience, dependent on the design and how the rules and mechanics of the game allow the player to do so. Thank you.